Pretty common scenario if you play Survivor is you're chased by a killer, get downed, get put on a hook, get unhooked, and then the killer is back on you. Now you're getting chased, downed, and hooked again. And now your whole day is ruined. And you may be thinking to yourself, who would play like this? What did I do to this person? Well, dear viewer, I am a killer main myself, and firstly, let's define tunneling to make this video easier to follow for my dad. Tunneling is when a killer focuses on chasing, downing, and hooking a survivor until that survivor is dead. That is my definition. That's what tunneling will mean as I talk about it throughout this video. I'd like to think I'm an introspective person, so I'm going to share with y'all my 4 main reasons anytime I tunnel a survivor. There tends to be a turning point in a game where gens are going a little too fast or chases are lasting a little too long. This causes discomfort. You know what relieves that discomfort? Knocking that 4v1 down to a 3v1, eliminating that safety in numbers advantage that survivors have. It's not coming from a place of anger or hatred, but a place of fear. If you, as a survivor, in any way stop me from chasing your unhooker, then you are giving me permission to tunnel you. The whole point of the base kit borrowed time change is so that you have a chance to get away from the hook and get yourself healed. If you're using that endurance to stop me from getting your teammate, then that immunity that you had is gone. I feel no remorse for killing a survivor that's asking for my attention or getting in my way. Sometimes I am playing killer while listening to music, or I just get distracted and I lose the survivor I was trying to chase, and I stumble back upon the person that I just hooked. If I'm feeling merciful, I'll leave them slugged, otherwise I will hook them and go along with my day. There was no malicious intent, no strategic decision, just sheer unluckiness. I'll admit, sometimes survivors get in my head and make me annoyed. Usually it's because they outplayed me in some way and that damaged my pride or embarrassed me, and I don't deal with embarrassment that well, so I take it out on them. These are completely personal issues on my part, stuff that I should probably talk about in therapy. So now we've covered some reasons why a killer might tunnel. Now let's talk about how you can potentially protect your teammates from getting tunneled. To start, there is no foolproof way. If a killer is dedicated enough, they will most likely kill their target. However, most killers are just looking for the next person to chase so that the game can progress as normal. Here are some general tips. Do not unhook right next to or in proximity to the killer unless the survivor is literally about to die. Do not unhook and then go hide in a bush or a locker. Make yourself known so that the killer is more likely to chase you than the person that you just unhooked. If you teabag, click at, or emote at the killer, you are either more or less likely to get chased. Let me explain. As an experienced killer main, sometimes I take the bait and I chase the aggressive, attention-seeking survivor. Other times, I assume they're good at chase and I leave them alone to go find the weak link. If you draw too much attention to yourself, you might essentially be making yourself look like more of a threat than a target, and the killer could avoid you. Lastly, if you are the only survivor on Death Hook, do not draw attention to yourself. You're most useful to the team if you're alive. Do not make any bold plays unless absolutely 100% necessary. It's easy to make snap judgments about your opponents, to write them off as a tryhard or as a bully or as sweaty. I just believe that this way of thinking might make the game a lot less fun for you. By assuming that a tunneling killer is just out to get you or ruin your day, you're lessening the nuance of the trial. It's your right, as a human with free will, to react how you want to situations you don't like. I'm not telling you to not be upset or annoyed. I'm just saying that there are more factors at play than this killer doesn't like me. It's food for thought. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on any points in this video. Do you agree with my definition of tunneling? Do you have any different reasons for tunneling a survivor? Are guinea pigs the best household pet? There is a correct answer. Thank you to my awesome Ko-Fi supporters for funding these silly little videos. If you want to see my videos before Saturday, then you should check out my Ko-Fi. Otherwise, I will see y'all next weekend.